wonder when Vegas is going to reopen. I would like to go to Vegas.
I would like to go to Vegas, too.
I would like to go to there.
If you are down to go to Vegas, I'm down to go to Vegas, too. And we have a timeshare. We can do like a week in Vegas and just...
A whole week? Damn, that's a long time.
We don't got to go and party or do anything. We can just like hang out and...
lay by the pool. Wait, where's your timeshare at? Is it like with a...
I don't know. Well, I don't know, but I know we can go to Vegas and we are itching to go anywhere. I just want to get out of here. I just want to go somewhere.
I just want to get out of here.
I really do. Like, I'm not that chick that's like, I have to be ripping and running, but I do rip and run a lot, and I haven't been able to get it out of my system, and I need to go somewhere. I need to be away from my house. I want someone else to, like, make my bed. And, you know, when you're at a hotel, they make your beds for you, and they pick up the towels. I want someone to take care of me, because my kids don't give a fuck.
It's funny. Gracie tries to take care of me, like, when I have, like, fucking murderous cramps and shit. She'll be like, here you go, Mommy, so you'll feel better.
She just rubs your shoulder.
She'll be like, you know, she'll give me my hot water bottle, which will be cold by the time, but she'll, like, give me my hot water bottle, and she'll be like, or she'll cover me with a blanket, and she'll be like, here you go, Mommy, so you feel better.
She's sweet. She's a little
like, oh, thanks.
We should go to Vegas.
I still feel like shit, but thank you.
I still feel like killing you right now. Well,
and everybody else.
We'll talk about it later.
In the world.
Yeah. I really want Vegas to open. I heard, was it Jamal or Mom was talking about Six Flags in Georgia or something is open. They opened up an amusement park.
We're not going to Georgia, so...
Well, I don't give a fuck about that, but I'm just saying, like, I think it's too soon for amusement parks. A thing called an amusement park.
Theme park.
Theme park, that's what she called it.
Never heard of a theme park. Tojo. You want to pose for Tojo? California reopened some shit on Friday. Like, I guess all the retail stores would be able to open again. So, like, the ones that closed, like Marshall's closed.
Forever?
No, they closed.
Oh, just during the...
Yeah. Marshall's Burlington Coat Factory was closed. I'm just thinking about the ones that, you know...
Around here that you would go to?
I think Ross was closed.
I can understand Ross is hectic, like...
Yeah, but Ross and Marshall's are basically the same store.
And TJ Maxx, they're all owned by the same place. But someone was like, oh yeah, they're open for curbside service. I was like, that doesn't fucking work for Marshalls. You have to, like, hunt for stuff.
And, yeah, they don't list their stuff online.
Exactly.
So how does that
like,
work?
Let me in this motherfucker, and then you're going to bring it out? Like, how does that work? It doesn't.
Listen, I didn't see anybody driving through Ross for curbside service. But Joann's and Michael's were open for curbside service. What is that other fucking... Didi's, but some furniture stores were open, I think.
I'll take some furniture, but clothes and shit, unless...
Sometimes you need new clothes.
Unless it's express and I can see what your catalog is, I can't go into Ross, Dress for Less, and try and find some shit, because you don't know what the fuck they got in there. They're like, oh, we didn't even know we had this.
Yeah. Yeah, those kinds of stores, because they don't list their merchandise online. Mm-hmm. And... all the stores don't have the same stuff.
Right.
So, yeah, that's fucking tricky.
Well, I just want
And Burlington is the same way, too.
I want Sally's to open.
I think Sally's is open. I think, like, all retail spots are open. But they're still, like, keeping the gyms closed. Office buildings are...
Roseman Health and Fitness is open.
Are you serious?
Yes. They were phase 1 in Roseman. So they opened up on Monday... because I follow them, and, you know, Chris and Terry, they own the gym, and he was just so happy that he brought the fucking gym here. I love that, and I'm imagining they probably moved all the machines 6 feet apart from each other, and they probably have people continuously...
That means that there's less machines in there.
There's less machines, and there's no aerobics classes. But I'm sure, like, they just have people continuously cleaning or something like that. Maybe because the gym is so small, it's easy to contain.
Well, first of all, the gym should have, and people should utilize, even though they don't because they're dirty motherfuckers, they have spray bottles of bleach and water where you spray the machine down after you're done using it. But a lot of people are nasty at the gym, and they don't do that. They don't spray the machines down after they got their disgusting sweat. I remember when I used to go to 24-Hour Fitness, there was this man who at least weighed 300 pounds. But he was doing his thing. and he would be on the treadmill, and he would just be sweating, buckets dripping all over the machine, and I would be like, oh my God. And like, for some reason at that 24-hour fitness at the time, there was never like a spray bottle and a towel accessible for people. So the next person who got on the machine just had to get on a sweaty ass machine.
Yeah,
that's gross.
I used to work out at LA Fitness. LA Fitness in Hollywood, and there was always the wipey down thing, and that place would be packed. That's where I saw Khalees. I would be good about like wiping the machines down, and if I didn't go and like spray my thing, I would like use my towel. Either way, the gym's a dirty place, and it's hard to keep clean.
But again, have some fucking awareness to be like, I just sweated all over this machine. Yeah. Maybe nobody else wants to get on a sweaty fucking machine. So I'll, get the spray bottle and wipe it down. And that's what, like, I think people, but I'm pretty sure they did have that at Roseman Fitness, because I remember there being a spray bottle, but like, some bigger gyms for some reason don't do that. And they're supposed to have people that come behind you and do that, but they're nowhere to be fucking seen, because they're probably out in the fucking back of the gym smoking and making out or whatever.
I wish I was smoking and making out right now, but, we all gotta do what we gotta do. But the gym in Roseman is open. Okay. But everything's rolling out slowly. We're still in shelter in place until the end of May. Yeah. In California, at least, where we are. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I just want to go somewhere. I really do.
Yeah, well, when they reopen Vegas, I want to go to Vegas.
Find us in Vegas. Catch us in Vegas.
And there's talks about another stimulus. So different politicians are trying to propose different things. So, of course, our further left-leaning are, Bernie Sanders and Kamala Harris. They're like $2,000 a month for everybody until 3 months after.
Oh, for the motherfuckers that got fired and shit?
Until
people are still getting fired.
Until 3 months after the pandemic ends. Mm-hmm. And then other people are like, how about $1,000 one time, and that's it. And then other people are like $1,000 a month until, the end of the pandemic or whatever. So everybody, they all have their own. And then, of course, there's the Republicans that are like, fuck everybody. Nobody's getting shit. We already gave them money.
Didn't Daddy give y'all some money already?
Okay, Daddy, that was 5 years ago. Oh, well, what'd you do with it?
Grandma, here's $5.
Here's $5 for our book of stamps. When the book of stamps is $9.40. Like, that's not gonna work. Oh no, I told you.
Yeah, you told me she gave you $1.
She gave me $1.
$1 for what? A book of stamps?
For a book of stamps, she gave me $1. I said, Grandma, stamps aren't $1. She said, oh yeah. Tell him I'll pay him next time. And I was just like,
I think she really like has flashes through time. Like she's just like, oh, today I'm 13. Today I'm 20. Today I'm 50.
Today I'm 30.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, like when you get old and you don't remember stuff, you don't know what day it is.
Well, that's true. She never remembers what day it is. Or what month it is. She didn't realize it was her birthday. But at the same time, I was like, you can't buy stamps for $1?
Shit, nigga, what? Yes, I can.
Tell him I'll pay him next time. I'm like, you can't go to the corner store and buy stamps on credit.
Louise said she will pay you back. Okay? Put that IOU in for her.
I was like, what?
It's crazy. Anyway, so how was your week?
My week was spent fucking trying to kill a mouse. Well, that's not how my week was spent. Like, I heard the sound, and then I was like, oh, shit, there's a mouse in here. And then Gracie said she saw the mouse, and she was crying because she wanted to keep it as a pet. And I was like, no, we're not doing that. And then I went and...
Y'all need to get some animals in your house, though. I'm not saying keep the mouse. I'm saying she needs a pet.
No, I want a dog. But, there's the whole issue with the dog bringing in fucking goat heads, because there's fucking goat heads all over our backyard. And I've been stepping on them lately because it's fucking spring.
Well, your husband brings in the goat heads, not the dogs. The dogs don't bring in goat heads.
Well, they get in their fur.
Depending on the type of dog you have. Like, Beauty doesn't bring in goat heads, but Nora does. Because she's shaggier. Yeah. But if you got like a pit or a short-haired dog, they're not going to bring that stuff in. Because when they get them in their own feet, it kills them.
Yeah, I know. I remember I used to go, when I used to like go jogging, and I would take Ginger, and she would get one in her paw, and then she'd be limping until I pulled it out.
Okay, she's like, help. Help.
But yeah, so I want to get a dog. He's like, oh, now would be a good time to have a snake. I was like, so you just want to have a snake just roaming around the house
to eat the mouse?
If we got a snake, it would be like a boa constrictor.
I really don't even want to talk about snakes because I don't agree with any of that.
Or a python.
No.
And it's not like it's going to be hunting. Like, Brandi, it would expect us to feed it.
Why are we having this conversation still?
But then he's like, or a cat. And I'm like, no, we're not getting a fucking cat. Cats scratch up everything. The fucking furniture would be fucked. And the cat wouldn't even give a shit if we lived or died. So I'm not getting no fucking cat. Nah.
Get a chicken. Chickens eat mice.
What?
Yeah.
Ooh, a hawk. Can we buy a hawk?
It gonna fly around your house, attacking your head.
No.
But chickens eat mice.
Do they?
They're fucking dinosaurs. They're raptors. They will fuck shit up.
I didn't know chickens ate mice, though. How the hell? They don't, like, because they have those, their beaks aren't built for...
They have claws, and they just peck at it.
Yeah, because their beaks aren't, like, meat-tearing beaks. They have seed-eating beaks.
No, they have eating beaks, and they will eat anything.
They have eating beaks. Whatever. How was your week?
This week was good. I had a good week this week. I felt like I was super productive. I got our Patreon episode up. Speaking of Patreon, join us on Patreon, guys. We've got a secret stash of podcast episodes and pictures and swag if you join us there. So I released our Little Fires Everywhere episode this week. That was fun. And I sent out some dog biscuits. I got a new customer. That was cool. Slanging that skincare. That's good too. So I just had a really good week. Oh, and check out the Pod Clubhouse. The Becoming. I did that collaboration with Aisha and Ashley from the Pod Clubhouse. So that was cool. But, I mean, it's fucking Sunday today. You guys are listening to this.
It's Mother's Day.
It's Mother's Day. You guys are listening to this at least on a Tuesday or the days after. And it's just flying by, honestly. Like, this life is flying by. I'm just trying to make the best of it, make the most of it, and hang out in the garden. I've got corn growing. Girl, my asparagus is growing. I got asparagus growing in the backyard.
Oh, really?
Yes. So with asparagus, it has to stay there. You can never move it. It's going to just continue to grow forever.
So is that like artichokes do? Don't artichokes do that too?
Yes, they do the same thing. So with the asparagus, you're not supposed to cut it for a year. And then like...
Okay, I have a question. So does it grow up like upward in stalks? Or does it like slump over? Like how does it...
It grows up. So it looks like it's like a little baby beanstalk growing up. But at the ends of it, it looks like it's kind of feathery, like, you know, the ends of a fern, but it's not artichoke, it's asparagus. So I've never done it before. I planted a bunch of seeds, and I got the seeds like actually from an exchange on a gardening group, and 4 of them took off. So I've got like 4 stalks growing, and it'll just continue to grow. I'm told like in Idaho they have wild asparagus growing like on the side of the freeways.
That's crazy.
Or maybe it's Iowa.
They have wild lavender growing on the side of the freeways in California.
Well, we got wild chamomile growing in my backyard.
Yeah,
so
that shit grows fucking everywhere.
It grows everywhere. So it's going good, dude. Like, you know, the garden's good. The chickens are good. The fucking birds ate all of my mulberries. I've been waiting for mulberries for damn near 3 years. Because I planted that tree New Year's Eve 2 years ago.
What is the song? Round and round the mulberry bush.
The monkey chased the weasel. Something. Well, Pop goes the weasel. Those motherfuckers ate my berries.
But I think they were running around a mulberry bush.
They were probably.
But it's a tree. It's not a bush.
It's a tree, but it could be a bush. But
it's a tree.
I got mulberries. The birds ate the mulberries. I don't have any more mulberries, but I will be prepared next year. I'm told to put fake snakes around the tree because the birds will see them before they land and be like, oh, fuck, there's a snake. Fuck
birds eat snakes.
Brandi, I don't know. Google. The internet. The internet's not true.
Eagles and hawks eat snakes. Let's say that.
Those are sparrows out there. And
but we have hawks. And them hawks be getting them fucking birds, though.
They get the pigeons for real. Not the sparrows, though, but I've seen a hawk get a pigeon at least 4 times.
I think it was a sparrow, the one that at Mom's house got. But again, pigeons are bigger. They have more meat on them than sparrows do. So,
well,
are they sparrows or swallows? Who cares? They're fucking assholes.
Are you a swallow or a sparrow? It's all good.
They're little birds.
It's
little
all
brown
good.
birds.
Little brown birds. It's all good. This week's good. We're alive. We're here. We're putting this podcast together. It's Mother's Day. We're having mimosas, and we love you guys. So thank y'all for your support.
Mother's Day mimosas.
Mother's Day mimosas. And I am Sunni Hepburn.
And I'm Brandi Flakes.
And this is Book of Lies.
It's Bolt, bitches.
The podcast. All right? It's Bolt, bitches. Hey, listeners, we love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. And if this is your first episode, thank you for picking us, because you've got a lot of options, and we really appreciate you.
A whole bunch of them now.
A whole bunch of them now. So check us out on social. Visit our website, bookofliespodcast.com. You can connect with us that way, and Brandi's going to tell us some good shit. So, Brandi, what are we talking about?
I love this somebody called her this, called her a fucking chameleon ghost witch.
What? A chameleon ghost witch.
No, a fucking chameleon ghost witch.
Right on.
It is Peggy Fulford. I was watching an episode of American Greed.
Yes!
That's what it was. It was American Greed.
I love it! On YouTube?
No, on
television?
Yeah, on fucking whatever channel it comes on.
I've never seen it on real TV. I've only watched it on YouTube.
No, it was on I want to say it was NBC. Yeah, NBC.
Nice. It is NBC, you're right.
Yeah, it was on NBC. And it was like a marathon or something. I don't know. There was like a bunch of episodes on. This one came on, and it was about this woman who basically swindled a bunch of fucking professional athletes. And I was like, oh, okay, let's watch this. And so I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm talking about her. So this is Peggy Fulford, inspired by her episode on American Greed.
Yes!
Her name, she was born Peggy Ann Berard on October 10th, 1958. She was born in New Orleans, and she was the oldest child of Donald and Juanita. She attended a Catholic elementary school. I think everybody in fucking Louisiana is Catholic.
Grandma went to a Catholic school.
Yeah, I think everybody in Louisiana is Catholic, because like our family that's in Louisiana is still Catholic.
Yeah. It's like a parish. Don't they call it a parish?
They call them, well, instead of counties, they have parishes. She attended a Catholic elementary school in the lower 9th Ward, according to her father, before graduating from a local high school and enrolling in Atlanta's Spelman College.
Go ahead, girl. So this is a black woman.
She's black.
Okay.
She was married 5 times. Her first husband died in a plane crash, and then she got fucking more divorces after that.
4 divorces.
4 divorces after that.
3 divorces! 3 divorces!
She was married 5 fucking times. So she had a bunch of last names that were like different. And she also had aliases. She ingratiated herself. Okay, and this is like, as an older woman, she started doing this. Like, she was not in her 20s or 30s when she started her bullshit.
Her grift.
Yeah, she was like in her late 40s, 50s, early 50s.
We still have hope.
So, she was
There's
born
still hope for us.
1958.
She's the same age as Mom.
62. She's 62. About almost 62. Her October 10th is her birthday, so she'll be 62 in October. Wait, what? You said we still have time? What did you say?
To hustle people. It's too much work.
It is. It is way too much work, because she got caught.
Goddamn.
Son of a bitch! You goddamn bastard. Son of a bitch. She was like, okay, so.
I used to love Cops and Robertsons. That was a good movie.
In 1999, apparently, okay, so Ricky Williams was an NFL player who played for the New Orleans Saints. He was very shy, and he actually kind of had social anxiety. He had a girlfriend who was pregnant, and he was going to do an episode of Cribs. Remember Cribs?
Yep.
MTV Cribs?
Yep. Do you remember Redman's crib?
It was a fucking apartment. And
no, it was a house with like one chair and a video game system, and they were just like, "You live here?" And he said,
I thought it was like a basement.
It was boo-boo conversation.
Wow. Okay, so he was going to do an episode of Cribs. He hired an interior designer.
Oh, because they do hide, like,
yeah,
this shit's not like that.
A lot of them aren't. Some of them are, but a lot of them aren't. He hired an interior designer who happened to bring along Peggy Fulford with her to design his house for the show. They met, and she somehow just, like, fucking became, like, just like family to them. Him and his girlfriend.
The Williams family. Ricky Williams
and his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. She, you know, ingratiated herself to him, and they called her mama. She was like, I'm going to take care of you. So somehow she managed to wiggle her way into his life and the life of his girlfriend and their family, pretty much. And his best friend, like, everybody who he knew her. She owned a financial management company called King Financial Management. I think at the time her last name was King. Because, again, she was fucking married 5 times. Yeah, it was called King Management Group. And so she told him, like, she sold him on this idea of building generational wealth. And she had said 75, I think that was the number she threw out. 75% of professional athletes will be broke 2 years after they retire.
Because she's going to take their money.
Because they have all this money, they've been making all this money, but they don't know what to do with it. They ended up, squandering it. They have fucking entourages that are all on the fucking payroll. So they end up losing their money. Well, her job is to take care of their money and make sure that they build generational wealth so that they have something for their kids.
Fuck.
So she, she becomes his financial manager. She also somehow becomes like family to Dennis Rodman. She becomes his financial manager. Mm-hmm. She also becomes the financial manager for Rashad McCants, who was a rookie on the Minnesota Timberwolves. So, okay, in 2005, Rashad McCants was a rookie on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota. On the Minnesota Timberwolves, right? So he was a rookie. He just got his first fucking paycheck, which was $1.54 million. He admittedly bought some things. He splurged he bought a Range Rover for himself. He bought a $5,000 Brioni suit, and he bought some shit from Louis Vuitton. So he had a bunch of money left over, right? Mm-hmm. Well, one day Kevin Garnett, who was the team captain, was like, "Hey, go buy some donuts for the team."
KG, yo, KG.
Yes, exactly. That's what they call him. Go buy some donuts for the team. We hungry. You're at the training camp. We're hungry. Go get some fucking donuts. He comes back and he's like, I ain't got no money.
The fuck?
Kevin Garnett's like, no. I ain't buying that shit. Ain't no way you don't have no fucking money. Right? So Kevin Garnett fronts him $10,000.
Thanks, KG.
Well, Rashad McCants has his agent look over his books, and he's like, yeah, no, you're missing more than $200,000 out of your account. And he was like, oh, shit. Peggy, where my money, Peggy? Peggy did that shit. And he was just like...
And he's a rookie. So how does he know this woman?
He was like NCAA fucking all-star or whatever the hell they call him.
First pick,
he
blah, blah, blah.
met her out. Yeah, he met her, I guess, maybe through another teammate. I don't know. It didn't say how they met.
Okay.
But, yeah, he fucking hired her to be his financial planner, financial manager, whatever. And the funny thing is, we were watching Ballers last night because
Ballers, okay.
Ballers, yeah. I hadn't been watching, I watched some of the first season and I didn't watch any more. But we started watching it again last night. And it's like, I dig The Rock as a man wearing a suit. Like, he looks fucking good in a suit.
You can get it.
He can get it. Like, I'm not, like, I like The Rock, but I'm not like, ooh, Dwayne Johnson.
I get you.
But in that suit, I'm like, shit.
You can get it.
So, anyway.
Did you just want to say that you wanted to see The Rock in a suit?
I saw him in a suit. I'm just saying, because in Ballers, he's a financial planner. He's a financial manager for athletes.
Right.
So I was like, oh shit, he could be Peggy Fulford, as a dude, but as a former athlete. So he's a former professional athlete in this show. He's not going to rip these people off.
Right.
But she did. This is what she did.
Tell me. He can't even buy donuts.
He couldn't even go get donuts. Like, there was no money in his fucking account. So that was in 2005. Okay. Kevin Garnett, he said, ain't no way you don't have money. So he figured out it was her. And he was just like, okay, well, I got taken, And apparently this happens a lot to professional athletes. Not necessarily a financial planner, but like a family member or somebody close to the family takes advantage because like they give them access to the bank account, to the ATM card, and they just go buying shit for themselves.
Or they'll move it around, put it somewhere else.
I guess so.
Well, maybe I'm just a peasant, but I'm like, how could I spend like $500,000 of your money? Like, what am I going to spend it on? Okay,
well, we're going to get there.
I'm just like...
We're going to get there, because...
I can barely spend, like, the money I do have.
This was a rookie.
That's fucked up.
In 2005. So he didn't even, like... This was his very first fucking professional athletic paycheck. His very first paycheck.
She got it.
Fulford used different last names. Again, they were King... Williams, Simpson, Rivers, and Berard, which were all her fucking ex-husbands and her husband's last name. She was born Berard. King was a person, I guess, that she was married to, or her first husband. Then there was Williams, Simpson, Rivers. She also went by Devin Cole and Devin Berard, and Devin, Devon Cole, and then Devin, Devin Berard. She told her clients that she had a business degree from Harvard and a law degree from Harvard. And she told them that she made millions of dollars on Wall Street. She also, when she got people to sign up or, basically agree to services, she would tell them that she wasn't interested in getting paid. So she'd be like, oh, no, I'm not going to charge you for my services. I'm doing this for free. I just want to help you build generational wealth. Mm-hmm. I just want to help you build, have something for your kids, for your family, after you retire or after if anything happens to you, blah, 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 blah. So she was trying to sell this. We're friends. I think of you as family. I'm not going to charge you. Oh, meanwhile, this bitch lives in a mansion. She lives in a fucking mansion. She's driving expensive cars, Rolls Royces. Yeah, like they said that she was always rolling in a Rolls Royce, and she had multiple cars, multiple expensive cars.
Bitch, please. And it's like, how, if you aren't charging me, how you got all this stuff?
Exactly.
You're taking my shit.
She was like, she always showed up in diamonds, like just, she looked like the most expensive person in the room at all times. She would go to parties. And this is how she would meet people. She would go to parties with these athletes and meet other athletes.
Yeah. Networking.
She would basically ingratiate herself to them and be like a mother figure and be like, oh, I just want to help you take care of your family. I want you to be, and her catchphrase was build generational wealth. That's what she would say to everybody. For some people who weren't athletes, for like attorneys and other like financial managers and financial planners, they were like, she raised red flags because she looked like she made more money than the athletes that she was representing.
Exactly.
So they were like, what? Like, what the fuck?
That?
Like, why are you driving Rolls Royces and you fucking got all this diamond jewelry
Why did you just wake up in a Bugatti?
Like,
I woke up in a Bugatti.
She looked like
she was dripping it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, drip. Drip. Came through dripping. Drip. So yes, she came through dripping, and like the people who weren't making all the money, who were doing the same job that she was doing, were like,
the fuck?
What? And then the athletes didn't pay attention to it. I guess they didn't notice. Because, athletes, they're always blinged out anyway.
Hey, this is Ken M.
Padawan J.
Coach Duffy.
From the Ocho Duro Parlay Hour podcast. Every week, the ODPH is talking sports, movies, TV, comics, and more. It's always a parlay of topics on each episode. You can find the ODPH on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and wherever you find great podcasts, such as the one you're listening to right now. Don't forget to check out OchoDuroParlayHour.com, where you can find the links to all of the ODPH social media accounts, links to the bands whose music you hear each week on the show, hashtag 607 podcast info, and parlay points, our companion blog section of the show. Thanks for listening to the ODPH. Now get back to your regularly scheduled podcast.
She had offered to help Ricky Williams with his finances, and she said she would give him a monthly allowance and deposit the rest into a separate bank account. And she would take care of all of his taxes, his investments, his bills, and she would do it, for free. And she also, again, somehow at some point managed to get Dennis Rodman as a client. And Dennis Rodman was inducted to the NBA Hall of Fame, right? Mm-hmm. And during his fucking speech, he thanked her. He actually thanked her. Like, he felt, do you
know how much advertising that was? Like, just like publicity he did?
He loved her like she was his mom. She was a part of his family. And so
they're the same age.
Red flags were going off for everybody, but he was ignoring them. And he was like, no. He was defending her. Like,
he's crazy, though.
Every step of the way, he would defend her. And again, he had an alcohol problem at the time. And she was basically like, because he hadn't been married a couple of times. He had some kids. He was supposed to be paying child support. And he had issues. And so she was supposed to be taking care of him, and he was looking to her to do that. And we'll see what happens. So he had a condo. His electricity was turned off.
Because your financial manager is supposed to handle all your bills too, right?
If you want them to. You can still they can manage your investments, and while you manage your day-to-day activities,
right?
Like, they can put you on a budget. You give them as much control as you want them to have.
Right.
So if you're like, here, take all my money, don't give me shit, only give me $200 a week, they will do that.
Yeah.
Or if you're like, no, you just take care of my investments, I'll take care of everything else, then they'll do that too.
Yeah.
And you can allot them a certain amount of money to handle every
month,
however often you choose. Well, she had all control of all the money, of everybody's money. So he had a condo. It was, the fucking electricity was turned off. He had a personal assistant, and a friend that found out that he had a $5 million life insurance policy that fucking the payments lapsed, so he fucking lost his insurance policy.
Well, he didn't die. So
the payments. Fine. No, but
I know.
You get a letter in the mail saying
$5 million,
your insurance is canceled because due to non-payment. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This is supposed to be taken care of.
Yeah.
Like, I have a $5 million policy that's supposed to go to my kids.
Yeah. Do your job, bitch.
Yeah, the payments weren't up to date. Okay, so that's going on with Dennis Rodman, right? Okay. So while that's going on with him, in April of 2002, Ricky Williams' girlfriend, Kristen, she's going to go take her kids to school when she finds out that the fucking Range Rover that they own is not there. It's gone.
Oh, fuck. It got repossessed?
It's been repoed.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. They took it out of their fucking condo's garage.
How the fuck?
It's, it's like that parking that,
they just,
if they can get in.
They forced it open and snatched the fucking shit out of it?
I think it was like a,
open.
Like covered parking.
Yeah.
So, like, they could get in.
Got it. Like an apartment
because complex. They can't go in a locked garage.
Yeah, an apartment complex. Like
yeah.
Just park under.
But communal parking. Okay, so the Range Rover is gone. It's been repossessed. And then in October, they get a letter from the IRS that says that Ricky Williams owes $377,000 to the IRS.
Oh my goodness!
Because of false deductions.
I need to do my taxes.
Yeah, you haven't done your taxes this year?
No, they extended it, but I need to fucking do my taxes.
Yeah,
you got me scared right now.
Well, you're not going to get $377,000.
I don't think I
in fucking deductions.
Never.
But this is from October 2012. They had done an audit of the 2010 return. So what she did, okay, they had never, like, she was doing their taxes. They had never even seen that tax
She's
return.
doing their tax. I thought she's just like a money manager person. Like, why is she doing their taxes?
She's taking care of
too?
their taxes, their investments, and their bills.
She's shutting me out.
Your tax manager, your basically your personal finance manager takes care of as much of your personal finance as you let them. If they're like, oh, I'll do all of this for you, and you're not comfortable with that, then you don't have to let them do that. You can say, no, I'm going to keep this much. I'm going to give you $5,000 a month to invest for me. Yeah. That is it. Yeah. You don't have access to my bank accounts. You don't have access to my kids' fucking bank accounts, trust funds, none of that shit. I will write you a check every month if that's what it takes for you to manage that money. But that's not what these people did.
Well, I mean, usually
they gave her access. They gave her the keys to the kingdom.
Well, first of all, she preyed on them for being like, "Oh, I'm your this, I'm your that. I want this for you. I want that for you." Because that's how you get in. That's how you slide in, no doubt. But a lot of these athletes, they know nothing about finances. They're just like, "Hey, I just want a nice house. I want a nice car. Take care of the rest for me." So there's a lot of ignorance happening, and that's how they kind of get got, which is super fucked up. I need a new career path.
But here's what. These men, the majority of them, the vast majority of them, go to college. Mm. And they're recruited out of college. Exactly. But they've had at least, a couple of years of fucking tutelage on freaking finances.
Have they?
I don't know. They should. That's like one of the number one things. If you're a freaking athlete, if you're a high school athlete trying to go pro, if you're a college athlete trying to go pro, there should be a class that you are mandatorily required to take in order to be drafted into any professional fucking sports organization, to know how to manage your own finances, to keep the fucking grifters out of your fucking pockets, and for you to be protected because, oh, I don't know nothing about that. I just want to play ball, Jerry.
Let me tell you a story. So I went to Fresno State, and a lot of people were drafted into the NFL. One dude who, I was like, oh my God, hot and bothered about my freshman year. He played football. And he didn't go pro, but a bunch of other people did. So he remained in the circle. This person was robbing his friends. He would be in their houses when they're not there and know where the money...
So he was breaking into their houses.
He had access, but he knew where the money was hidden. He took money from people. He did this and he did that because he was living that lifestyle. Because on social, he was stunting and flashing and with this person and with that person.
Social when you were in college?
No. I'm talking about recently. This is some recent shit. Oh. So, like I said, he did not go pro, but he remained in the circle. Oh, okay. So he was like a, he was like manager, an entourage man. Like a manager or a sports manager or some shit. But he was stealing money from his friends, like one of the guys who was in the NFL, who's been on shit, Bernard Berrien. He was like, yo, dude, what are you doing at my house? Like, I see you on the security. What are you doing there? And he's, nothing. Bernard Berrien comes home, finds out his shit was robbed, and he knows who it was. And he caught a case, but he got off because we're still friends on social media, and I still see him doing stuff. But he took thousands of dollars from his friends, but the guy, Bernard, was like, I have to press charges because you fucking stole my money. Yeah. So there's people hanging around who may not have made it or putting on a front, because he was always putting on the front because he was always here, there, jet set, and had the nice suits on, smoking the cigars, drinking the yak, and at the parties, and with the celebrity football players and what have you.
That sounds so annoying. It just does. It sounds so annoying. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, go home. I don't know. That just sounds annoying to me. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying it goes down.
That sounds annoying.
Go home.
Why are you here? I don't know. I just I feel like it's that just sounds really annoying. The tax man cometh for Ricky Williams.
That's where we left off at, because I didn't know what the hell we were talking about.
Yeah, the tax man cometh. And she's like, oh, don't worry, I'll take care of it. Since they had never seen that fucking tax return, they called her and they were like, what the fuck's going on? Blah, 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 blah. She's like, I'll take care of it. They find out that she used a joint account in Florida because by then Ricky Williams had moved to Florida to play for the Dolphins, I think. She moved down there with him. Like, she moved to Florida too, in another fucking mansion, whatever. Ricky Williams' girlfriend, Kristen, called the bank that she thought that their money was in, and she discovered that they didn't even have a fucking bank account there, and that Peggy used a joint account in Florida to fucking basically funnel $6 million from them through a bunch of wire transfers and cash withdrawals.
Oh my God.
$6 million.
That's so much money.
And so the FBI got called, and they got suspicious. They're like, oh, this looks like fucking money laundering. They're like, okay. So they took an interest in her, right? But yeah, they fucking, the IRS was like, you guys have $800,000 in deductions. You guys need to fucking show us proof about that. And again, they're like, we never even seen this tax return.
In deduction.
Yeah. So, Kristen was like, oh, I'm gonna call this bitch Peggy.
Peggy!
And Peggy basically ghosted. She disappeared. She fucking disappeared.
I gotta go.
So they filed a suit against her, and that's when the FBI got involved. And apparently they found out that it was more complicated because Dennis Rodman was also her client, and she had other clients that are professional players. Dennis Rodman was her biggest client, but she claimed that Shaquille O'Neal was her fucking client, and that she had other, major athletes as clients, and none of them were like, they were all like, no, we don't know that bitch. I don't know her. Exactly. So they found out later that, of course, or not later, but like right after that, they found out that she lied about having fucking degrees from Harvard.
Of course. She
had a degree hanging up in her office. It was fucking from Harvard, and it was fake.
She must have got it from one of them degree mills, huh?
No, the degree mills don't use the names of actual schools.
That's true.
She fucking created a fucking fake Harvard degree and put it on her wall. They found proof that she stole money from other fucking NFL stars like Lex Hilliard, and that was the reason that they caught her. Basically, like they were like, "Oh, we got her because now she's stealing money from this guy now too." She had wired $200,000 from the Hilliard's account, from Lex Hilliard's account in Montana, to a Texas-based company to close on a half-acre lot in Houston for a house in her name. So basically, she took money from him, his bank account,
to buy a fucking house.
To buy a house, not even a house, to buy a lot to build a house in Houston. So it became clear she'd also stolen from Dennis Rodman. He defended her until the FBI came to him and they were like, "Yo,
knock it off, bro.
She's taking your money." Even after his fucking lights and shit got turned off at his condo. Even after, he wasn't able to pay bills for his fucking life insurance fucking policy lapses. He's still defending her. Well, the FBI has to come to him and, tell him, hey, guess what? She took your money, dude. And he's like, oh, damn.
Oh, damn.
My mom just did this to me. It was like one of those situations where he was just like, I don't believe it, I love her like a mom. I love her like a family member. She was telling them, don't worry, baby, I'll take care of everything.
Oh, don't worry, Cher. I got you. She's from Louisiana.
Yeah, she was doing all of that. So she fucking pilfered millions from him.
And he's still fucking singing her praises. Because I'm like, bitch, give me my money.
Yeah. So on December 13th, 2016, a federal grand jury in Houston indicted her on multiple charges. They indicted her on mail fraud, wire fraud, money laundering, and interstate transportation of stolen property. She was arrested in New Orleans. At that time, right as she was being arrested, she was trying to bilk another person, but this time it was just a doctor. She was trying to get him for $197,000.
That's nothing.
Because, this is what she did. She convinced this doctor to invest in a real estate project, basically taking an old abandoned hospital and turning it into a school. Or an old abandoned school and turning it into the hospital. I can't remember which one it was.
One of those. We'll figure it out.
They arrested her, like, just in time before that they made that transaction. So the doctor, luckily, got saved from being fucking ripped off.
How does it feel to fucking fuck everybody that comes into your, what's that called? Gravitation, like your universe. Like, how does it fucking feel to just fucking screw everybody? Like, how do you live with yourself?
That's not even the worst part. So she was in talks for a reality TV show called The Peggy Show. And in it, it's her, you know, and this was in 2012 when they were talking to her about doing the show. And they have a fucking, what do they call it? A hot reel or whatever the hell it is.
A sizzle.
Yeah, a sizzle reel for her. And she's sitting on a big ass fucking couch, like a big Victorian couch.
Yeah.
With all these pillows on it and her fucking mansion and her blonde hair, because she, you know, bleaches her hair. Blonde hair and this fucking, like, pink lipstick. And she's like, oh, you know, I take care of my clients because they're, you know, they're like family, and, you know, I'm in control of a lot of their money, and blah, 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 blah. Like, you should see it. Like, they show it on American Greed.
I'm looking this bitch up. Peggy, what?
It was called The Peggy Show.
No, what's her last name?
Fulford, Fulford.
Fulford.
So.
Oh, Lord.
Anyway, so she takes a plea deal. Pleaded guilty to 1 count of interstate transportation of stolen property. And she gets released on bond. And she continues to fucking try to scam people while she's on bond. Because, you know, they don't fucking learn. They don't fucking learn. She tried to scam Ray Thomas, who was an engineer. And he testified during her sentencing hearing that she talked him into investing $25,000 into a medical business. And a day before the hearing, he had Googled her name and saw her mugshot and called the fucking police because she was trying to fucking scam him too. She got a sentence of 10 years in prison, which was the maximum. And she was ordered to pay millions of dollars in restitution to Ricky Williams, to Dennis Rodman, to Lex Hilliard, and to another athlete named Travis Best. So that is the story of Peggy fucking Fulford, who basically grifted a bunch of fucking athletes out of their fucking hard-earned money and tried to grift
it was on Oxygen, I think.
American Greed?
American Greed.
It was on NBC. Oxygen,
they wanted to do a show on her.
Oxygen, no, okay, so her show, like, it was being pitched to VH1, to Bravo. BET ordered the sizzle reel.
Okay. She looks like Little Kim after surgery. Look at it right there.
Yeah, no, I've seen the pictures. If you watch the episode of American Greed, because you can watch it on MSNBC on the app. Like, you know, she seems like a really nice lady. She seems really nice.
Look at her fucking eyes. She looks crazy.
But, well, yeah, she was wearing contacts too. She wore, like, blue contacts. And bleached her hair blonde. You know, she seems like she's nice, but she just wants your money. Because all she did was basically take all the money and put it into her own bank account.
Look at her.
That's Ricky Williams.
10 years, huh?
Yep.
I guess that's not bad.
So she was sentenced in 2019.
Yes.
So she'll be in there until 2029.
What a bitch.
Hopefully they keep her. They might let her out.
They're like,
due to overcrowding.
You just scammed some black men. It's fine. You're out.
Yeah.
It's totally fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I talk about black men right now? I like this, I don't know his last name, Ahmad. The black man that was killed in Georgia by the father of the son.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious. So I'm happy that they have finally, like, arrested them and they're pressing charges. But apparently it goes a little bit deeper because apparently the DA was hiding, like, you know, kind of, blocked an arrest from happening because the father was a police officer. He used to be a police officer and was, like, close ties with the DA. Mm-hmm. It's just bullshit, man. They were finally
that's what
charged. They finally got charged.
But yeah.
72 days later or something.
The whole situation was fucked up and it was unbelievable. And there's people, of course, that are going to make excuses for these fucking trash bags. But, it's disgusting.
Ahmaud Arbery, that's his name. I apologize, Ahmaud Arbery. It's tough being a person of color. It's tough being a black person, but it's even harder to be a black man. And I hate to say this, but I'm so happy I have little girls. I have daughters.
Yeah,
because it is hard being a black man in America, and
that's why like when Giovanni's roaming the streets and shit, I'm like, God damn it, like. Can you, fucking call somebody and let us know where you are?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about that I had, the whole issue I have with him, running around. Yeah, you're 18 years old, but you're basically a walking target. Mm-hmm. Because these motherfuckers don't give two shits about whether or not you live or die. True. And that's what is wrong with this country. And I know a person who works in police, who works in law enforcement, who has said some disgusting things, and I'm not going to mention their name, but I went to school with this person and slept over her house, as an elementary school kid, and I'm just like, really? Those are your fucking thoughts right now on this fucking topic? I am just disgusted. Especially her fucking, what she was saying about the Black Lives Matter movement, when that was a major thing going on, I was just like, are you fucking kidding? We have the right to exist. Just like everyone else. Yeah. It's not entitlement to want to walk down the street and not have to worry about being fucked up by some fucking asshole wearing a badge. Mm-hmm. So that's all.
It's hot out there for a pimp. It's tough. It's really tough. And we would think as time went on, it would get easier, but it's not. It's still there.
And part of the problem is that we have an asshole in office who fucking doesn't give a shit about anything, and who encourages this type of fucked up ass behavior. And so people think they can get away with it. Just
time for change.
I think I told you about the time we went to the breakfast with Santa and that asshole was wearing a fucking Confederate flag hat in the fucking school cafeteria.
No.
And nobody said anything to him.
Take that fucking shit off.
And I'm thinking, it was right after the election. Are you fucking kidding?
Dude.
It was after the inauguration. And I remember that. I was like, this asshole thinks he can wear a fucking Confederate flag hat into a fucking elementary school auditorium because of who the president is. Because the president doesn't give two fucking shits about rights, about fucking what's right and what's wrong, or being fucking a human.
Take that shit back into your house where it came from. We don't need to know your fucking shit.
Oh, it's free speech. It's free speech.
Yeah, it's free speech, but fuck you and your free speech.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's hate speech.
It's hate speech. Anyway, stay woke, folks. Stay woke. All right? But this bitch, I'm honestly thinking about a new career path, though. I'm just saying. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you want to become a financial advisor?
I'm a star
athlete
conning people. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have it in me, guys. I'll sell you guys some seeds to some dill and some corn and some cauliflower.
Some dill seeds. Some dill and some corn.
And then you get no seeds. There's seed fraud going out there too. People will say they're selling certain seeds and it's not really that shit.
What?
It's stupid. Anyway, who cares?
Let's do an episode on seed fraud.
I will. So, thumbs up for the week?
Oh, God.
It's still Mother's Day.
It is Mother's Day. I don't really have a thumbs up for this week because I have a mouse in my house that I need to get out of there.
Can someone tell Brandi how to get this mouse out of her house?
I bought the traps. I put peanut butter in it, but I need to move one trap. I need to actually move both.
Maybe when you get home, it'll be dead.
I know. I need to move them because I don't think I know where I hear the sounds, but I put it.
You need some decon
in a place where I wouldn't be able to see the fucking thing if it was dead in the trap because I didn't want to see it.
Bleh. You need some decon. Get some decon because that gets it done.
Yeah, but then it will die somewhere and I might not be able to find it. And then
as long as it ain't squeaking, and if you smell it, then you'll find it.
You can't locate this. Well, I don't know. I don't want to smell decomposing mouse in my house. And Norman keeps feeding the wild animals. There are we have lizards, fucking chipmunks, squirrels, desert fucking rodents all over our backyard because he throws fucking fruit carcasses out there and they eat it. The lizards are going to be there, but the mice, and I saw a mouse.
Is he throwing it outside for them intentionally?
Yes.
Okay, that's stupid.
Into the backyard. I'm we need to clean up all this backyard, get these weeds out of here, dig this, and we're going to fucking make this cement. They won't come over here now. and then, like, put a pool and, like, you know, have my raised garden and not deal with fucking desert creatures.
Girl, you live in a desert.
Yeah, and our backyard is just, there's a field right behind there that people go riding in. There's fucking, I'm surprised I haven't seen any snakes in my backyard so far.
I'm gonna throw up.
Oh, I forgot you don't like snakes.
No, I don't.
That's like Papa used to hate snakes.
I have a bad experience.
With what snake? That ball python that was in your trunk that time?
Oh, it was in my car for a week.
Was it a week?
It was a week. It was probably like a month.
Yeah, because I remember it was like it had disappeared.
I'm a vomit,
and it was like
I'm a vomit. We can't talk about
coiled up in like in your tire.
The ex found it in the trunk.
Yeah,
disgusting. Ashley was like, "That snake's gonna eat your dog," because that's when I had just gotten Beauty. You know, she's like, "That snake's gonna eat your dog."
Gonna eat your dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. Anyway, what's your thumbs up for the week?
My thumbs up for the week is just be selfless. Don't give to get, just give. I've been really active in this Spirit Fairies group on Facebook where you just put together a cute little bag and it contains booze.
Divine traveling,
the traveling
booze, whatever
sisterhood of the
traveling spirits or something.
Whatever. We're giving out drinks. We're dropping them off on porches, and I'm having the best time of my life. Ding dong ditching bitches and leaving drinks on their porches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like the best thing that has come out of 2020 on the real. If you had a baby, I'm sure that's better than this. But this is some good shit that's going on in this darkest day.
I know. I
will come to, listen, because I love you, I will come to Cal City in Spirit Fairy. I will sprinkle your ass with some booze.
Yeah, I did some sprinkling yesterday, but
it's a lot of fun. So I've been really active in the group, giving out alcohol, leaving it on porches. I even stole some of Jamal's beers on Cinco de Mayo. He was like, "Was Brandi here?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Where are all my beers?" I was like,
"Oh, wait, hold on."
Yes. Don't worry about that, boo. I don't know, but I've had beer.
Why does my name have to come up? Because he's missing some beers.
Because he knows Brandi likes to drink his beers. You don't even like Modelo, really.
That's like
unbelievable. That's what he was like. He was like, "Was Brandi here?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Unbelievable.
Like, "Where are all the beers?" And I was just like, "I don't know.
What are you talking about? What beers?
What beers? Shut the fuck up." But it's a good time, and I'm just hoping for positivity, and we want Vegas to open up really soon so we can maybe podcast in Vegas. That would be awesome. We could have a week in Vegas, Brandi. It'll be so fun in a hotel.
Yeah.
Or in a suite or some sort, like a 2-bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be great. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.
And anything else we want to tell the people?
I don't know.
Check us out on social. Connect with us on Twitter at Book of Lies Pod, on Facebook and Instagram at Book of Lies Podcast. We do have a group. Feel free to join. And if you want to listen to some previous episodes, go ahead and subscribe. You can go to our website, www.bookofliespodcast.com. You can check out our previous episodes. And we've got some swag. I'm going to do some more designs. I want to do a hat. And I will rock the fuck out of a Bulp hat. It's going to say, "It's Bulp Bitches." And it's going to be a hat. So if you guys are for that life, encourage me. I will get that done this week. And thank you for listening. And I am Sunni Hepburn.
And I'm Brandi Fleeks. And check out the blog.
Check out our blog. Brandi has put her blood, sweat, and tears in there. And she says y'all are not reading it. So go right now and read the motherfucking blog. Okay? So she's Brandi. I'm Sunni. This is Book of Lies Podcast. And thank you for listening.
Bulp bitches.
Bulp bitches!